Welcome back to the Roundtable, I'm Nemo, and if you've been wondering what Nickelodeon has been cooking up recently, you will be excited to hear that they just released their 2019 upfront. A lot of companies, and especially television networks, do this, where they just make an upfront about all of their upcoming projects and shows in the next coming year. And now that it's 2019, Nickelodeon just dropped theirs, and there's a lot of interesting information on their upfront. Sadly, they are not bringing back rocket power.
What's wrong, Squid? I'm trying to get a date with your sister. Oh yeah, me too.
But they do have a lot of other stuff going on, so I guess I'll read from it now. Some of the biggest announcements in their upfront were, Nick is rebooting its iconic All That sketch comedy series to return with a new cast of kids, alongside original cast members, including Kenan Thompson. They're doing their own reimagining of the game show Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, hosted and executive produced by John Cena, the wrestler. YouTuber Ryan's Toy Reviews is getting his own Nickelodeon TV show in a brand new unboxing adventure series titled Ryan's Mystery Playdate. There's a working title for a family competition show, currently called America's Most Musical Family, that is apparently about a nationwide search for the best family. That's kind of cool. The Casagrandes, which is the spin-off of The Loud House, is a multi-generational animated comedy series, which is finally about to come out this fall. Simon Fuller and One Republic's Ryan Tedder are set to produce a music-based series featuring new original songs in every episode. Phineas and Ferb style, though I have no idea what this is called or what it's about. They also just bought Paddington and Lego City, but who cares? And most interestingly, Nick is developing spin-off projects for Spongebob SquarePants characters for the first time ever. Also the Dora movie. Don't forget about the Dora movie. Oh, and Are You Afraid of the Dark is gonna come back. Hold on, this keeps going. There's also going to be a remake of Blue's Clues called Blue's Clues and You, which may or may not be horrible. And finally, season 2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show. I gotta give it up for Nickelodeon, man. This is probably the most stuff in an upfront I have seen from any network in a long time, and I've unfortunately had to read a lot of upfronts. But I can't even begin to unbox all of the information here. Speaking of unboxing, Ryan's Toy Reviews, that weird YouTube channel that we've all collectively been like, it makes how much money? Is getting his own TV show on cable television. This really bona fides him as a YouTube star. As we all know, the path of a YouTube star is they get big, and then eventually if they go down the path of the devil, they get their own Nickelodeon show. It happened to Fred. It's just crazy to see Ryan's Toy Reviews, which is a channel that I think a lot of people more gawked at and were confused by than actually were fans of, is getting a show. And it shows that Nickelodeon is really looking around at what kids are actually watching, and this whole new generation of kids with iPads watching these weird YouTube videos is really what's in right now, and it's bizarre to see that transferred to the actual cable television landscape. We've known about the Casagrandes for a long time, but I'm still super excited about that. I mean, Loud House is probably the best show to come out of Nickelodeon forever, and the fact that it's getting a spin-off could be a really good thing, or it could be a flop. We'll have to wait and see. Speaking of spin-offs though, that is definitely the craziest news. SpongeBob has been on for over a decade, nearly 2 decades at this point, and they're just now developing spin-off character ideas. Now personally, I really don't know how SpongeBob would work as a spin-off show. What character would get their own spin-off? In my opinion, they work so well together as an ensemble cast that to rip one of them away and give them their own show would kind of ruin the individual appeal of that character. I love watching them all together, but I personally wouldn't want to see a half-hour block about Squidward. If I had to pick, I'd say Sandy. I think they might do like a Sandy, Texas show, but hey, who knows? Maybe it could be set in the past or future. They even alluded to multiple spin-off ideas, including movies and TV shows, so we could be seeing a lot of SpongeBob spin-offs in the future, which could be either really good or really bad. On top of that, we see a continuation of the nostalgia boom, which has been so prevalent in Nickelodeon's game plan these last couple of years, including the Invader Zim movie and The Rocko's Modern Life. Now we're seeing reboots of their live action shows, all that. Are You Afraid of the Dark even, which is a classic. In my opinion, I know how this story goes. They're gonna bring it back. It's not gonna be the same. It's gonna flop and forever like ruin the taste of the show. Although there's been a couple of successful television reboots. I see you, Cosmos. So who knows? Maybe Nickelodeon could pull it off. And finally, I think it's interesting that they're trying to break into the game show market with these Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Graders and America's Got Talent type shows that's going on. I think that's them trying to diversify their whole thing. And I loved Nickelodeon game shows. Who remembers Brain Drain? I remember Brain Drain. Bring back Brain Drain. 2019. Come on, we miss it. Was it Brain Dump? What's that YouTube series? God. Though it's cool to see Kenan Thompson return and be part of the behind the scenes of it all. Maybe he will carry the torch and make the show just as good as it was before, or at least keep the spirit of it alive, or at the least prevent it from completely sucking. Fate is in your hands now, Kenan Thompson. Don't drop it. But as always, I want to know what you guys think about this upfront. Are you excited for these shows? Are you not? Let us know in those comments down below. As always, if you want to consider helping out the Roundtable, you can check out our Patreon or become a member of the channel to get exclusive access to scripts and avatars. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to consider liking and subscribing. Guys, I'm Retro Nemo. This is a daily dose of cartoon news, and I'll see you next time. Peace.